another Saturday when we bring you your favorite security and safety tonic on television, Security Watch Africa. Only on this channel, the African Independent Television, and we'll bring you this information-loaded program where you get information to keep your life safe and secure. Welcome to another exciting episode of this program. Today, we'll be bringing you a number of reports and an exclusive interview with the Chief of Defense Staff. But first, we'll bring you the report put together by Elizabeth Tanko of the activities of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatubosu Oloyede during the week. Sit back as we bring you this report.
In furtherance to his drive to boost the operational efficiency of officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oloyede, continued with his operational tour of various Nigerian Army locations nationwide. During the week, the Army Chief visited the 4th Special Forces Brigade Doma, Nasarawa State, where he addressed the troops.
We appreciate all your contributions to our operations in all the theaters. But that said, I feel there's a need for us to make the special forces better for the Army. And in line with that, I have put measures in place to come and establish a new school here, new special forces school, so that we can have you better trained and have you more functional. I want to have special forces soldiers that can put in the bush and go to sleep. So very soon, you will see things taking place here so that we can have a better functional special forces for the Nigerian Army. Now, as the Chief of Army Staff, for those of you that must have seen my command philosophy, all he's saying is that the soldiers come before any other person. Soldiers first. So your welfare, your training is going to be our top priority. So that even when you are working as soldiers, you'll be proud that you are soldiers. That even when you are leaving the army, you'll be proud that you have served Nigeria. Because you must have had one benefit or the other before leaving the army, so that you can have a better post-service life. We are trying to put all that in place. I am aware that there are so many challenges ranging from RCA, ops allowance. We are trying to see that. Maybe by the time the National Assembly approves the budget, then we expect better welfare for our soldiers. Is that clear? Yes, sir! So, what I want to get from you today, like I've done in some other places, is a covenant that I will do my work as your leader to make things better for you. And you as my soldiers will do your own. Do we agree on that? Yes, sir!
On Friday, General Oluyede was at the Army War College Nigeria, AWCN, where he officially inaugurated Course 9-2025 and delivered the inaugural lecture with the topic Resilient Leadership as a Key Requirement in Tackling Nigeria's Multifaceted Security Challenges. The Chief of Army Staff described as timely and relevant the topic is and highlighted Army War College remarkable growth since its establishment in 2017.
It is important to applaud the growth the college has achieved since its inception. This is clearly reflected in the evolution of robust college curriculum and the development of its infrastructure, which has established it as a distinguished international center for professional military education. This growth has continued to attract participants from armies across Africa.
While congratulating participants of the course, General Oluyede urged them to commit fully to their training.
Let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to participants of Army War College course 9 of 2025 on being selected to attend the course this year. The selection process was painstaking and a deliberate one, and I urge you to be committed to your studies and apply yourself to derive maximum benefit from the course. I do not doubt that the knowledge you acquire here will equip you with the skills to plan and execute military operations effectively and enhance your ability to foster synergy among the services and with other ministries, departments, and agencies in the conduct of our operations.
The Army Chief commended the Commandant AWCN, Major General Umar Mohammed Al-Khali, for maintaining the high academic standards of the institution and urged the faculty and staff to develop innovative solutions to Nigeria's security challenges.
Let me use this opportunity to congratulate the Commandant and the Deputy Commandant Director of Studies on their appointments. I charge you and your members of the faculty to drive this prestigious institution's vision and maintain the very high standards that it is known for. The leadership, faculty, and administrative staff of the college must continue to inspire and challenge participants to higher standards and professional competencies required to command and lead in the contemporary security environment.
Earlier in his address, the Commandant acknowledged the support of the Nigerian Army leadership for the institution and congratulated the participants.
I would like to recognize the efforts of the governing board of the college for the efforts and determination in its support to the college, its continuous expansion and maintenance of world best practices with ultra-modern educational facilities. The Chief of Army Staff is also particularly magnanimous in funding all college activities and ensuring the college is well sustained. To this, we are very grateful, sir.
Elizabeth Anko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Yes, say congratulations to participants of that excellent course. Yes, let's bring you the exclusive interview and the presentation, Security Watch Africa, under the www.swafrica.news.com, made to the Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa. Sit back as we bring you this interview. It's our pleasure to have this interaction.
Thank you very much.
We know
Always
you're
a
very
pleasure to
busy,
have. Yes.
but we'll just briefly find out from you. We are in 2025 already. Of course, many people will say that 2024 was mixed feeling here and there. A lot of you have led diligently. Tell us, how was it in the year 2024?
Yeah, 2024 was challenging. As usual, asymmetric warfare, like I always said, is not a kind of operation that is one-off. It's not a switch that you say today and tomorrow is over, because we are dealing with mindsets, people with ideology. We're dealing with criminals that believe that that's the only means they have to survive, because they've been getting away with some of these things over time. They've continued to perpetuate what they are doing. So it's a very difficult operation. Anywhere in the world, asymmetric warfare is extremely very difficult. But I can say we've risen to the occasion. Right from 2023, when we came in, we kept on adjusting our operations, because it's a fluid operation. The people you are dealing with live within us. They are our people we know, individuals that are within communities. So it makes it extremely very difficult to identify, to be able to get them, because again, they also have people they are paying that give them information, give them logistics. So as you are moving, they're also reporting on you. Those are the effects of technology. It depends on how it is being used. So we started the year very well. Issues, challenges here and there, but I think we've gotten the reading now, and we are riding on it. In the Northwest, as you know, we have killed over close to 20-something to 30 kingpins, bandits, and ongoing operations, including that of the Lakurawas, is ongoing. We have dislodged them completely. They are running helter-skelter, and we're closing in on them too. North Central, the same thing is calm. You cannot have 100% of peace. It's not possible anywhere in the world. So those are the things. But we're trying to make sure that we reduce this to the maximum, to the minimum, so that Nigerians will continue to be happy. And I can see Nigerians' life is coming back to normalcy. Schools are opening, markets are, people are moving quite very well. The Abuja, Kaduna, Kano Express is now extremely very busy, both day and night, and other locations. The South too, we are putting so much. Oil production has increased, fluctuating between 1.7 to 1.8. Again, because the level of investment, the pipelines we have, a lot of them are old. So even on their own, they are busting. And then we have reduced the activities of the criminals. Now, most of the ones we are dealing with is major ones through the shipping lines. Those are the ones, again, we are now focusing on so that we nip it in the bud. That one is also ongoing. The Air Force, the Land Forces, the Maritime, and everybody is contributing to the success. In the Northeast, the same thing with Boko Haram last year. We'll be able to subdue that. This year, it seems they are trying to. But like I said, they will always want to come back. And what they do is that if you defend this area, they look for soft areas where there's nobody and go and hit. And because they want to remain relevant. And once they do that, the outcry goes, these guys are back, these guys are back. But I can tell you that we're riding on. We are determined. And because we're getting new equipment into the theater, that's why I see the success in. We said if we can get more equipment, basically drone, helicopters, MRAPs, mobility, counter IEDs, it will assist us in doing our job quite very well. So we are riding on that. The South too, I mentioned that the crude oil production has increased. The Southwest has remained quiet, peaceful, apart from issues of criminality, bunkering, illegal migration, trafficking of human beings, issues of drugs. That one too, Operation Awase is dealing with those issues. So on a holistic aspect, I think last year was a big success. I think we're not where we want to be, but I think we achieved so much last year. So coming into this year, we're doing more. We just finished the Theater Commanders Conference, which is very good, very robust. We gave the opportunity to even those that are retired, former commanders, all of them to come and bring their vast experience to play, including the current commanders, and that has played out very well. We are taking that all out and now pushing it into our operation so that we can adjust. The enemy we're dealing with, like I told you, is very mobile. He doesn't believe in boundaries. He's always on motorcycles and also now we're tracking down their oxygen, taking out those like logistics, their funding, their leadership. Those are the things we're doing. You can see with the pressure we're putting on them, a lot of them have started surrendering. The Northwest now, a lot. Just yesterday or so, some major commanders came in and dropped open and said, look, they were tired and they want to give up. So we're continuing with the kinetic and the non-kinetic. The kinetic to ensure that anybody who doesn't want to surrender will face the music, and that's what we're doing. We're happy with the cooperation we're getting from Nigerians. Mr. President has given us total support. Members of his cabinet, the Minister of Defense, the NSA, other security agencies were working together, and I think that's one thing that also played out for us, that we are now working as a team. No more competition between us. We know that this is a Nigerian challenge, and we must all as Nigerians face this challenge to be successful.
Okay. Yeah, I would have said to end it here, but there are 3 specific landmark activities that took place towards the end of last year and early this year, initiated by you. One was the Armed Forces Games.
Yes.
We must talk about it because we had interaction with some of the participants from Ghana,
Yes.
and they were happy. You know, we were talking with them in Ghana when we were in Ghana recently, and they were talking about they felt warm, well received in Nigeria, and they can interact with their Nigerian counterparts.
Yes.
Then you also did something that some people will say slightly different, but I think it's quite impressive. I want for you to tell us what are the significant, that is particularly the Armed Forces Day and Remembrance Day activities.
Yes.
You took it just beyond what it used to be by honoring some serving personnel.
Yeah.
What are the significance of this?
I think starting with the games, like you mentioned, the African Military Games has been on. Nigeria was supposed to host for the past 22 years. It's been on. So we felt it was right time to showcase Nigeria in different lights. Most reports, especially international reports on Nigeria, media reports, makes it look as if we are total war, there's no peace. You go to everywhere, it's killing. So I wanted to show them really that, look, Nigeria is peaceful. And that's why we went for it, and then we're able to do it. And we're happy. We had over 20 countries that attended. Other ones too, because of one challenge or the other, they would have loved to come. Even Niger had sent in their names. Burkina Faso, Mali were all here. So it is something that we're really very proud of. We're very happy it came in. It was a huge challenge when we started. We too never knew we could pull it through. But we're glad that it went through and everybody is happy. It was an opportunity for the military guys to also interact, get to know them, because we are facing similar challenges almost everywhere. So it was time for them to unwind. They came in and saw how Nigeria, and they were really, really very impressed. And we're very, very, very happy about that. On the issue of the Remembrance Day, yes, my policy is always that reward and punishment. You do well, you are rewarded. You do badly, you are punished. And so it is in that line that I observe that we have always concentrated on honoring the dead, forgetting the living. And we said that was not right. So let us also honor those ones alive so that they know that their sweat is not in vain. It's not only when they die that we honor them, that they are alive too, they have been honored, especially their family members too. Let them know that, yes, they've lost loved ones, but again, the system still recognizes them. And so that's what we change now. The new name will be Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day. That's combined. So it makes it very holistic and carrying everybody along. And I can see how it went very well. We honored the soldiers, had an event for them to honor them and tell them thank you. Then we had the dinner night where we also honored officers that did well. So it will be a continuous thing that we'll do yearly. Hopefully it will continue to get better until we fine-tune to how it's supposed to be. But I'm really very glad that it went that way.
So, on behalf of our esteemed readers across the group, we present this to you as a Nigerian Defense Man of the Year 2024, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome back. Yes, that was the interview with the Chief of Defense Staff and him being voted as the Nigeria Defense Man of the Year 2024. He was quite active in the year 2024 and giving direction to the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Kudos to General Christopher Musa for emerging the Nigeria Defense Man of the Year 2024. Yes, let's go to the next report. Still from the Defense Headquarters, Elizabeth Tanko brings us the report from the weekly, bi-weekly briefing of the Defense Media Operations. This time around, the new man is in charge, a new director, and is a friend of Security Watch Africa, talking about Major General Marcos Kange. He's now the new director of Defense Media Operations. Welcome, sir, to the beat. You've been very active with your corps, but now you are back to talking about the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Sit back as we bring you this report.
The resolve by the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, to provide security for Nigerians has continued to yield massive dividends on a daily basis, with remarkable successes recorded nationwide. Between 3rd January to 13 February, a total of 75 terrorists were killed, while 138 suspect terrorists arrested, 36 oil thieves apprehended, and 46 kidnapped hostages rescued. This was disclosed by the new Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcos Kange, while briefing the media on Thursday in Abuja.
In the course of the operations, gentlemen, they neutralized several terrorists, apprehended their collaborators, rescued kidnapped victims, and received surrendered terrorists. Gun runners, oil theft collaborators, and other violent extremists were also apprehended. The air component also conducted several close air support operations, including armed recce, patrols, as well as air interdiction.
The director further reeled out more achievements attained by the troops in various theaters of operations.
Troops foiled oil theft estimated to the tune of about 646,189,690 naira only. Troops recovered 104 and 2,639 assorted weapons and ammunition, respectively. These include 55 AK-47 rifles, 20 locally fabricated guns, 8 den guns, 18 pump action guns, 1,836 rounds of 7.62 millimeter special ammunition, 376 rounds of 7.62 millimeter NATO, 363 rounds of 7.62 by 12.7 millimeter ammunition, 26 cartridges as well as 14 and 15 assorted arms and ammunition, respectively. Operation Safe Haven, North Central. Operation conducted on the plateau. During the period under review, troops of Operation Safe Haven conducted the following operation. On the 4th and 6th February, they responded to information about activities of violent extremists and arrested 3 in Mangu and Barkin-Laji local government areas of the state. During the operations, 1 locally fabricated rifle, 4 cartridges were recovered. While all recovered items, arrested suspects, and rescued hostages were handed over to relevant authorities for further action.
Major General Kange gave assurance that the AFN will continue to carry out their constitutional responsibilities to secure lives and properties in Nigeria.
The gallant men and women of the armed forces of Nigeria will continue to carry out their constitutional responsibilities of protecting lives and properties of all Nigerians in line with our constitutional duties.
Elizabeth Thanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Yes, we'll take you to the report, the hearing from the people on the streets of Abuja put together by Lucy Tawu, talking about road accidents. Sit back as we bring you this report.
Road traffic crashes are serious issues in Nigeria with a high number of mortalities and injuries annually, particularly among young people. Speed violations, poor vehicle maintenance, reckless driving, failure to comply with safety procedures, fatigue, using mobile devices while driving, wrongful overtaking, and driving under the influence of alcohol and hard drugs are major contributing factors. Based on the recent report of road accident which was high, Security Watch Africa crew were on the streets of Abuja to find out why it was so, and we spoke with motorists.
What is good in other countries seems to be bad for us. Maybe the good roads in Abuja is too smooth, maybe. And secondly, people are frustrated. Somebody is driving and is murmuring. Somebody driving is thinking about so many problems at home, in the office, and all that. So you could contribute to all that.
Most of the people used to drink and drive. Secondly, people doesn't know the rules and regulations on the road before they even start moving on the road.
Notice most of the roads in Abuja are not well marked. You know, it's a very big thing. In as much as people can drive, but it's important that they have signs on the road, right? I mean, it happens countless of times. I've seen it. Most of the roads in Abuja are not marked. I mean, there's no rights. There's no place in the world, a good country, a good working system country, where you see such things happening. I mean, no disrespect to Nigeria, but that's the truth.
On if the Federal Road Safety Corps is doing their job effectively, they have this to say.
They are trying, but they can't be everywhere. At times I notice that they don't really checkmate those transporters. They are only out for private vehicles that will disobey the traffic light, because I've seen it a lot of time.
They are not well equipped. And road safety is not about pushing people. Even police, somebody beats traffic light, you jump in front of him and then climb on top of his car. It doesn't make sense. The policeman say you beat traffic. You didn't beat traffic, maybe for other things, come and stand in front of your car. And then if you're passing through, who knows, just run him over and continue your movement. So they're trying, but they're not well equipped. They need to have more gadgets. You don't need to push somebody who beats traffic lights. You don't need to push the person. The camera is there to do the work. And then when your account is linked to your everything, if you don't pay, your account is put on lien.
We asked them why many motorists disobey traffic rules. They said,
this issue of indiscipline, it is not only for the masses. The senior rate I mean, the senior caliber people in Nigeria, they don't obey the rules and regulation on the road. We normally see what is happening in abroad. They can come and tell us, even some dignitaries, they come to the road and they obey rules and regulation. In Nigeria, there is no way you can see a big man follow the rules. It is only few. You cannot say all.
You see a convoy that's supposed to stop on the traffic, they will come and beat it. What do you expect others to do? The high dignitary are violating the law. How do you expect the follower to follow?
Accident hurt, safety doesn't. Stay alert so you don't get hurt. Safety start with you. Lucy Tawo reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Yeah, thanks for staying tuned to your program here. I think we've come to the end of today's episode of this program. Just like Lucy Tawo did say, that accident hurts, and we must ensure that we'll stay alive. The urge for motorists to drive recklessly and disobey traffic light is creating a lot of accidents across the Federation, particularly here in the Federal Capital Territory. We will pray and hope that the Federal Road Safety Corps members will ensure that they enforce the traffic rules so that Nigerians can be safe again. The report of last year, the high rate of accidents and victims of accident is quite alarming, and we believe that this year should be much better, less accident, but Nigerians must obey traffic regulations. Until we come your way again next week, follow us on all our social media platforms. Send us your views, ask us, send questions you need answers for. They will bring it to you. Until next week, bye for now and remain blessed.